3, 2, 1. He came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high.
I heard about that guy before. What's his name? Jesus
something.
Javier.
I won't ruin how the book ends for you, but it's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 2.
That's just one of the random church songs I wake up singing after like 10 years of Christian school.
Nice.
Y'all don't know that song?
Good for you. No, I don't know.
Here's another banger. Jesus, lover of my soul. Jesus, I will never let you go. You've taken me from the miry clay. You put my feet upon the rock, and now I know I love you, I love you. I need you, I need you.
I feel it.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know that one either?
No.
You know, I didn't go to church growing up, so don't know the songs.
Okay.
Don't know the songs, but good for you.
Well,
I was told I wasn't allowed to listen to church music. Only gangster rap.
Only gangster rap. Oh, so going to Christian school, of course, you know, we were also all like hip hop fans, right?
Mm.
But, you know, our teachers didn't want us listening to that. So my boy Johnny brought a Christian rap album and he played it for us. And it went a little something like this. I'm a Jesus freak. I'm a Jesus freak. 8 days a week, I'm a Jesus freak.
Okay.
I bust a motherfucker in the head if you're talking shit. Jesus Christ, that's my shit.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, JC, I see you.
Okay. Felt that one.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Just Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, first of all, what's good, everybody?
Chilling.
If you are listening to this, I need you to go to the YouTube channel right now so you can witness Tim's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Glorious.
And if you're a shoe guy, you should go to YouTube so me and Nikki can piss you off.
Wow, what's happening?
Oh.
I have on alternate 11s that people hate.
And I am wearing mids, which people despise. Sneakerheads don't like it. They can't afford it, but they don't like it.
Oh.
And I have a treat for you guys. I didn't bring any other shoes for the next 3 episodes.
So
We're here.
why do people hate these so much?
It just, they were never worn on the court. You know what I'm saying? People get mad about that shit. But it's funny because those same people buy all the ones that have never touched the court.
Well, they gonna be real mad when I wear the Team Jordans on my next
Oh, bro, I was about to buy some Team Jordans the other day, but they were just too clunky. But I loved them shits when I was a kid.
I never wore the Team Jordans. I also never had the pleasure of rocking the Shaquille O'Neal Air Force Ones, or no, the Shaquille Jordans with the
the Payless ones.
the Payless ones. Yeah.
Did you?
Yellow ones. Our school colors were purple and gold, and you know we was broke. But yeah, I wore the Shaq ones.
I didn't even like the Shaq Reeboks, but now I love them. The hypnotized, the ones that look like.
I loved those.
Yeah.
Damn. What else? Speaking of Payless, I rocked the Airwalks.
Airwalks. Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay.
My mom convinced me that they were cool. Told me some rapper had them or some shit like that to get me to wear them.
I thought mine were dope. And you know how back in the day, you know, it's like we didn't have a lot of money, so you only kind of get like one pair of shoes a year and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, dog, my Airwalks were getting so dirty and just torn up.
Mm-hmm.
And I washed them and they was getting kind of yellow still. And I was like, I got a solution. Put white out all along the yeah. But not on just the logo, like all around the shit. And everyone was like, yo, shoot, them new shoes too? And I was like, just wait till I run, because these motherfuckers about to crack all up and down the sole.
Bruh, I stayed whiting out my fucking whatever white shoes I had. I was the white shoe guy from K-Swiss. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was your shit.
I was a K-Swiss man.
Fat
boy,
laces or no fat laces?
No fat laces. I thought it was a little tacky. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, out our way, it was fat laces on everything.
Yeah, I mean, for here, if you had fat laces, that meant you was in a gang. They had to be a certain color.
Oh, well, my baby
on the
blue one.
K-Swiss at least.
Yeah.
I thought I was so fly one day, man. At school, I wore a canary yellow Lacoste. It was fake, of course, but to match, I had found these SpongeBob laces at the liquor store. I put in my all white forces. Boy, I was fucking fly that day. I was just thinking about this the other day specifically. How, we always tell stories about it. Yeah, my family couldn't afford the Jordans growing up, and we only had one pair of shoes for a whole year, and like that's really motivated me to grind, and that's why I low key I buy so many shoes nowadays. But I never thought about how my dad felt hearing me say that. You know what I'm saying? And one day I was in Thailand and with my family, and I saw these like Adidas that I really liked. I hadn't seen anywhere else, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get these." And my dad was like, "No, let me get them for you." I was like, "Oh, sure, Dad." He was like, "Yeah, I always feel bad that I couldn't get you the shoes you wanted growing up." And I was like, "Oh, Dad, I never this whole time I've been sharing my stories about the come up, and I never thought my dad was like, shit, I wish I could," or he's hearing these stories like, fuck, he's been carrying this his whole life. Like, my bad. I was like, I felt like touched that he made that that sentiment, but I also was like, shit, I feel kind of bad.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. My mom bought me most of the shoes, but then she would sneak in the Airwalk sometimes.
You humble?
She bought me some Champion shoes. Again, lied to me, told me that some rapper wore them shits. And then Champion ended up being cool later.
Right.
But yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah. Yeah. But I really like them. I like the Airwalks and I like the Champion shit. So that's why today I don't give a fuck what y'all say about our shoes.
Right. Fuck y'all. I didn't even get my first pair of Jordans till I was in my 20s, and it was my homegirl Nancy who had a crazy.
No.
But here's the thing: I didn't grow up around a lot of people that was rocking Jordans all the time, so I didn't see it. So out of sight, out of mind. I wasn't worried. Like we were talking about Dunks earlier, and just liking nice sneakers like Adidas, just whatever was gonna work. It was functional and looked good. I loved heels, but when I got my first pair of Jordan, she had given it to me on my birthday, and then after that, I was like, okay. I started building a little bit, and then every pair of sneakers that I got that are expensive, not gonna lie, were a gift. Like there's just some things I really struggle with buying and paying a lot for, and sneakers is that for me. But heels, I love heels, and my dad used to be swaggy. So a lot of the stuff that I saw my dad wear, I used to want to get. And he always wore the round frames. Like my dad was known for wearing those. And so I bought round frames too. And then when I was visiting my family yesterday, my mom pulls out these glasses. She goes, "Hey, are these yours?" I was like, "No, those are mine." I was like, "Are they dad's?" They're like, "No." My sister now is starting to go shopping in dad's, back in dad's little collection of style. So my sister now started doing that. That's our thing. My dad did brag a lot about his fashion. He didn't buy it for us, but my dad always kind of let us know, don't trip off the price of things. If it's swaggy and it looks good, just wear it. Fuck the price. And if they're worried about the price, that's not the person that you want to be talking to.
Oh, your boy stayed in the Goodwill. The Goodwill shirts. My mom, that was her shit. She would go to Goodwill. We went shopping. I remember the first time I actually stole something was from the Goodwill on accident. My mom was shopping. I was bored. I put on some sunglasses. I must have either wore them out or put them in my pocket or something like that without thinking about it. I was probably 6. And my mom was like, you wore those out? And I was like, yeah. She's like, forget it. It's fine. I was like, oh shit.
And now you're a klepto.
And now I'm a klepto. I stole this robe actually
from the flea market.
Yo, shout out to Harvey J and Daddy Robes for the robe. I appreciate it.
It looks so warm.
I was gonna say the first time I ever got a pair of Jordans, legit ones, I think I had to be in 5th, 6th grade, because up until then, my parents, it was like, it was just the Fila's were like 60, and then even like the little kid Jordans though were like 90, 100, right? And I would get the Fila's, and I would get like, I didn't wear Nikes because I felt my feet were too fat for them. They were never comfortable for me back in the day, but I would do a little Fila, I would do a little Reebok, and then I think one day, I seen the ones that I really, really liked. What is it? What's the number? The ones with the couch on the side.
13.
The 13s. And I was like, yo, my parents kept seeing me go back to that. And I was like, I can't do that. It's $100. I can't do that. I mean, I was like, you really want those? I was like, yeah, I like them. So they got them for me. And I had never, but all the kids I grew up around, that was their shit, right? So then I showed up to school. It was fucking Gardena Valley Christian School, heaven to earth. And I remember just walking in, everybody, Tim with the J's? Oh, Tim with the new J's. Oh, yo. And I was
That's
like,
so
wow.
funny.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow.
I think for my kid, I'm definitely going to sprinkle in really dope shoes.
Yeah.
Because that's what my mom did for me. And it made me care less about them. Like, I wore them, and I wore them like a kid. And I got to see, like, okay, it's just fucking shoes.
I see.
So later, if some Fila's came out that I like, I'd say, oh, I want the Fila's, instead of feeling like, oh, I gotta have Jordans and shit. So yeah, I think early on, I'm gonna get them the nice shit, the regular shit, and let them see it's all the same shit.
I like that. I like that. Don't put it on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. All right, y'all know me. I'm a horny dude. Rick is also a horny dude, okay? Sometimes everybody just needs an escape, but those can be hard to come by right now. Enter Dipsy, all right? Let yourself get lost in a world where good things happen and where your pleasure is the only priority, okay? We know the story of boy meets girl, but what about girl meets girl? Or maybe boy meets girl and they meet another girl. Or maybe boy and boy are reading ads and they meet another boy. Who knows? With Dipsy, the stories continue beyond the initial meetup. Come hear what happens behind closed doors. Spring has sprung, boing, and now it's your turn. Bring the warmth of the outside world back into your bedroom with Dipsy. If you're looking to heat things up, there's a story waiting for you. Dipsy is an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. Each Dipsy audio story features characters that feel like real people and immersive scenarios, so you feel like you're right there. They release new content every week, so there's always more to explore, no matter who you're into or what turns you on. And if you need to wind down, Dipsy also has wellness sessions, sensual bedtime stories, and soundscapes to help you relax before you drift off. For listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/no-chaser. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/no-chaser. dipsystories.com/no-chaser. Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us. Blue Chew. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections.
It's so tasty too.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED, erectile dysfunction, brother. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in discreet packaging, all right? Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. Wow.
So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. You know, sometimes you just need a little help in the bedroom. Your boy is a horny boy, but I get sleepy too. You know, I might bust a little fast on occasion. I might soften up sometimes, and that's why Blue Chew comes in handy, all right? And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code TIM at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TIM to receive your first month free, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Well, guess what? Oh, wait, let me talk about this. I was going to say we got a bunch of questions, but also I saw this tweet of a TikTok the other night that blew my mind, and I wanted to just talk about this because it's so, I was like taken aback, shocked. And I shared it with Rick already, and I'm just, it's even something I'm having trouble wrapping my head around, okay? Now, Nikki Blades, let me ask you something.
Okay.
When you are alone and you're going about your day, and you think to yourself, do you have an internal monologue? Like, are you like, oh man, I gotta get this. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, I'm hungry. What should I eat? Is that going on in your brain?
Yes.
Okay. Same for me.
Same.
Same for Rick. Come to find out, that only happens in 50% of people.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's I can't picture it being anything else. I don't get it.
Do you guys see what you're supposed to be doing too? Like I have visuals in there. So there's voices and visuals. That sounds crazy. But I can see what I'm supposed to do. Like I can visualize what I'm supposed to be doing.
I can make visuals.
Okay.
It doesn't just happen every time I think something.
I have to almost like snap myself out of it. Like I daydream a lot.
Okay.
But I'm just thinking about what I'm supposed to do and I can see it. So if I'm zoning out, that's because I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But and that's interesting that you say that too, because but you do have an internal monologue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this TikTok was saying that, you know, she found out that only 50% of people have this internal monologue, and then which led to replies from people who don't have that internal monologue being like, wait, what? You guys hear yourself thinking?
So then how does their brain work?
Check this out. So I'm reading the replies. First of all, there was a reply from a lady that was like, whenever I saw them do that in movies, like someone being like, oh, wow, he's cute. I wonder what I should wear today. Or like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. They thought the movies were doing that for dramatic effect.
Oh.
They didn't think people actually had that going on in their head.
Okay, so how
So
does it work?
I'm
for
reading
them?
other replies, and it's basically what they were saying is that like they see in more of like visuals.
Oh,
like
okay.
instances of things happening, as opposed like someone was like, so how about when you gotta pee? You're not like, oh shit, I gotta pee, and they're like, it's more just like this feeling of like they feel like they gotta pee,
And then they see their dick peeing.
pretty much.
It's weird.
I was like, I like you said, like we said, you can't even really even fully grasp how that works.
I get the visual part because like I had mentioned, I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So if I'm not hearing it, I see it, but I couldn't imagine just seeing it, especially because I have both. I couldn't imagine not having the voice to go with the visual.
Yeah, this dude I know, this Filipino YouTuber named Mikey Bustos, he is also someone who doesn't have an internal monologue, so we were talking about it. And he was like, the thought of constantly hearing myself think feels so exhausting to me.
Ish.
Like, he feels like, so wait, you're just vlogging in your mind 24/7?
Oh my God. Yes. Whoa, I never thought of that.
Mike, have I met him?
Were you at the Dance Seattle event?
Yes.
With Benji and them? Yes.
Yeah. Did I hate him?
I don't think so.
Sounds like I would hate him. I don't like. I told Tim last night. I feel like the people who have that are the people that I hate. Like I feel like the people that I just instantly don't fucking like. You don't hear yourself think. That's what it is.
You're
Mikey,
like,
what's his name?
Bustos.
I don't like you.
Another reply that kind of intrigued me is that somebody was like, maybe that's why some people have a harder time sleeping, because they're always, if you hear your internal thoughts, maybe that's what's
true.
keeping you up. And for sure, that's why I need some type of noise or something to keep me distracted from thinking about other shit.
All my intelligent shit going on in my brain that other people don't have going on in their brains.
I've told myself, shut up. Like, I have to tell myself sometimes, shut up, stop it, stop. Or I started doing this when I start thinking about somebody that I don't want to think about. Like, I feel like things just pop up that I don't want there sometimes. And I tell it, I started doing this and it's helped. I don't want to talk to you right now. I tell whatever person that I'm thinking about, I don't want to talk to you right now. Leave me alone. And then that's how I like stopped thinking.
Wait, in real life?
In my head.
Oh.
So in my head, I started doing that because I had heard that when you think of people and you're missing somebody, it's because they're thinking about you. So if you tell them or whatever it is that you can't stop thinking about, like leave me alone, it's supposed to help.
Wow.
So there's times where I tell myself, just shut up. And I listen to sleep meditation. So it's not my voice anymore and I'm hearing somebody else's.
Yeah.
I've probably said this before, but whenever I have trouble sleeping, shout out to God one more time, I start praying, and I always feel bad because, you know, I feel like the praying does for me something similar to a like counting sheep, you know what I'm saying? Because your brain's focused on one thing, but it's not something like goal oriented. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm like something boring. Sorry, God, you don't be talking back. So, but so we're having a conversation. I start every prayer with, all right, God, hey man, how are you? And I'm like, you know how this is going to end. I mean, you made me this way. I'm sorry I'm going to fall asleep, but this is how it goes. And then so I feel like as I kind of cycle through everybody I want blessings for and I want to, you know, be healthy and everything I'm thankful for, eventually my brain just kind of trails off and I fall asleep.
Do you pray out loud or is this just internal?
It's internal.
Okay.
It's internal. I've said out loud prayers, but this is more internal. I'm just in my head. Me and the internal monologue.
How do those people pray?
Oh, do they have?
How do they read silently?
Like, what are they hearing? What are they seeing?
What the fuck?
Okay, we got questions. We need to find somebody and bring them on. We got questions. I never thought about that.
When you sent me this, Tway was asleep, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, this motherfucker be hearing her thoughts. And she better hear her thoughts. As soon as she wake up, I'm asking if she hear her thoughts. Because if she don't, I'm out of here. And then she woke up and I was scared to ask her.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about it. She really used to fuck with reading out loud. Man, I might be single next month. Shit.
Put that on your dating resume.
So call her right now.
Here's something interesting too. I remember randomly one time I asked my dad, I was like, hey, do you think in Thai or English? And he was like, he thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, when I was younger, in Thai, but now that I've been here for so long, I think in English.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
I wonder what racist people hear in their thoughts. Are they constantly slurring? Just racial slurs all the time in everything.
And everything's just one color. It's just black and white up there. All the visuals are black and white. It's fucking WandaVision up there.
Visuals are one color. All the good visuals are another.
Oh, man. Well, something to think about. What maybe?
Do you dream in color?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yes.
I've heard that you can, but I don't think that's true.
That you can what?
You can't dream in color, but I don't think that's true.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I specifically remember color.
Yeah.
Like I don't. Yeah.
Let's call Dream Lady back because.
Yeah.
Hi, we have a question.
But tell her to talk in a different tone. That's
too soothing.
Bruh, I was over there.
I liked her.
It was good information, but her tone was really doing it for
Very
me.
Soothing.
Yeah, she was a nice little vibe. Everyone was kind of surprised at how well she meshed with all of us.
Yeah.
Her energy was
cool.
Yeah, her energy was dope. She was really liking she was loving Rick. I feel like a lot of our guests when they sit next to you, they keep touching you.
I'm
like,
the closest.
But there must be something about you because they always turn and it's always when they acknowledge you, they touch you.
Well, when they sit down, I whisper in their ear, I won't call HR. So they just go for it.
It was like a safe space.
You look like an HR calling ass nigga. They be like,
Oh no, people look at me and they're like, no. My coworkers call because we might have to go back into the office eventually. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, Nikki looks like a walking dress code violation. I'm like, yep, and I'm here to make everybody uncomfortable. You're welcome.
Well, I tell all of our female guests when they come on, I'm married. Keep your distance, please. Keep it to yourself. Keep
Tim's
your
like-
keep your cooch in your pants, please. I am married.
Put them things away.
Yeah. Tuck whatever's hanging out away.
Put that in. Hey, it's coming out. It's coming out again. Put it away.
I don't know if it's a hangy downy, but if it is, keep it in there. All right.
Whatever the anatomy is, cover it up.
Sew it up.
You got thread. You're like, here, this is for you. You're gonna need this later.
Yeah,
It
super
gets a
glue that
little-
thing
little
shut, please.
Oh, please don't.
Flex seal.
Gorilla glue that thing.
Ain't nothing getting out or in.
You know, as the world becomes increasingly uncomfortable, we're all looking for as much comfort as we can get. You know, we've all been there. You might be in the middle seat of a plane. You might see somebody on the podcast with food in their teeth, Nikki Blaine's, and you don't know what to say, you know?
Let me check my
And the one thing I can always count on is how comfortable my Purple mattress is. That's because Purple is comfort reinvented. Only Purple has the Grid, a stretchy gel material that's amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips. I don't know how it does it. It's just fantastic. Because of how it's designed, the Grid doesn't trap air. Air actually circulates and flows through it, so you'll never overheat. The Grid bounces back as you move and shift, unlike memory foam, which remembers everything. That's why memory foam has craters and divots. Yeah, that's why I love my Purple mattress, man. You know, especially with Chia asleep next to me. She goes to bed all early now because of the baby. I try to squeeze in without waking her up, and it's perfect. You know, it has that perfect balance. You know what I'm saying? Purple really is comfort for an uncomfortable world. Right now, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/nochaser10 and use promo code nochaser10. That's purple.com/nochaser10. Promo code nochaser10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/nochaser10. Promo code nochaser10. Terms apply. Everybody needs a little something with your eyes. You need to take care of your eyes, bro, because it's important, okay? Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and a lofty goal to create quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point, offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. I have a pair of Warby Parker glasses. I love them. They're light. They're fashionable. It helps me see because, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting older. My vision's getting more effed up, right? I had to go to New York for mine. You don't have to go to New York. All you got to do, go to warbyparker.com, take the online quiz, and they give you a try-on kit, okay? After you do the try-on program, you order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. It ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/nochaser.
All right, so I did an Instagram questions thing last night because I realized sometimes when I say, hey, do y'all have questions for us, they don't want to ask because it's personal questions. Yeah. So I finally was like, oh, duh, do it anonymously. Anonymously.
Anonymously.
That's like, is my dick supposed to stink? It stink all the time.
So we have many questions for us. Some of them are quick, cute, short answers. Some of them are like deeper ones. So let's get into it. Let's go a quick one first. Quick, easy one. Okay. How did your very first sponsorship on social media go, and how did you get it?
I do not remember.
Oh, God.
I do.
I know you remember. I remember yours.
Which one?
It was Nesquik.
Nesquik. All right, so my first brand deal ever. So this had to be in like 2007 or some shit. I was still shooting my little skits on my little fucking handheld camcorder, that my parents, and Nesquik hit me up and they were like, hey, we would be willing to pay you $500 if you do a post for our contest. And I was like, hell yeah. What? Because at this point, I was just uploading for free. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Shot a cute little skit with Eric. And he had him dress up like a girl. Shit was funny. And I remember funny shit about sponsorships, and I've talked about this before, but like in the beginning, even when I was getting ads on my video, when I first started getting ads, kids were like, wow, you sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe you sold out, bro. But now they get it. You know what I'm saying? Now I do some ads where it's kind of obvious I don't use this product, and they be like, get your money, Tim. Get the bag, bro.
it's weird when they started realizing like this
Yeah.
is not selling out. You fucking idiot.
Right. It's a part of the job.
So, you don't pay me, motherfucker. How's I'm gonna get paid?
I've worked with a lot of companies, I had the flat tummy tea. I've worked with the sweat stuff. And here's the thing, I actually used all the products that I got sponsored for, but I would say the one that stood out the most that I would say like that check came in, and I was like, holy shit, I get paid to do this, was this live streaming company that I was working with. And they were paying me $2,000 for a certain amount of hours every month. So I was making that money, and on top of whatever they were sending in the app. So it was called LiveStar, and it was way before everybody started doing like Twitch and those types of things. And so they were gifting. I thought I made it. Like every time somebody saw me, I was live streaming, I was doing that, and I was actually like a streamer, and everyone around me started getting involved too. And I think that's when more people started realizing the breakdown of the potential and the money in it.
Yeah.
And there would be times that I would ask people to come and just live stream with me, and then I would break them off, and they're like, this is crazy. And that was the first time and the one deal that I was like, this is it. The clothes, those stuff, that was cool, but I've been doing that for a long time because of the modeling, so I didn't really feel that was that moment. But when I got the money and it was a check, the deposits were coming in, I was like, I'm done. I made it. I'm just gonna be eating on camera for the rest of my life.
And let me just say, when y'all hear me talking about my deep sea diving watch from Movement, I love it.
Beautiful.
Damn it. Wear it all the time. Yeah. I do not remember my first one. I've been trying to think this whole time. I don't remember my first one, but I do remember my first big one because it was such a fucking shock. I don't think we're allowed to say who. I don't remember what we signed, whatever. But I'll tell you, the video was all about farts. And we had to submit an idea before getting approved.
Yeah.
And it got approved.
Damn.
And we didn't know what the money was going to be before writing the script. And it was the first big one.
You got your bag.
Yeah. I don't know what it was for him. It was definitely more, but for me it was 20. And I was like,
damn.
For some fart? Okay.
He's like, just pooing.
I can fart every week if y'all need me to.
Is that
20,000?
is that the skit I
Damn.
put Leanne in? Leanne and Jessica Lessica?
I don't remember who yours was.
I definitely had Leanne.
Mine
in a
was my
fart.
friend Mariah.
Okay.
But I was in yours too. Yes, it was. It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke.
Smoking. I don't know, man. Who knows?
Truth.
Oh, word. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I was thinking like I had smoke coming out the ass. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was fucking
Damn.
farts, and I was like, wow, this is
For the
this is
one.
cool. One video
Yeah.
about farting.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't about farting, but that's what my concept was. There's a lot of farts going on and shit like that. And yeah, it was a lot of fucking money for that. I was like, oh, wow, I like this job.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool.
Man, that's definitely like one of the blessings of this shit, right? When you're like, man, I can't believe I'm getting paid to make a fucking dumb ass fart video.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love fart videos and I love fart jokes.
Mhm.
My favorite part of being a father is how much the baby farts. It's great because it's so much farting, Nikki Blades. It's hilarious.
She's a farty dude.
She's a little farty baby.
Yeah.
I got a car when I got into radio.
It smelled like farts.
It's pooty. It was a pooty ass car. I don't know what air freshener they had in there, but that was another one too that I was like, holy shit, all I had to do was do a little interview with them and post on my social every once in a while. And I was driving around a brand new blacked out custom Camaro for like a year. Shit was wild. I was like, this is crazy. But you get to see the potential. Like everything now, there's opportunities. There's opportunities everywhere. And you just start looking at it that way. And I feel like a lot of kids nowadays, they're starting to pick up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get the like sponsored lifestyle isn't about somebody going and have to date and have sex with somebody to get sponsored. You don't got to do that.
Yeah.
You can just post on social, come up with cool content, and make that a lifestyle because people appreciate it. And like you said, we're not paying you, so somebody got to in order to keep you putting out that work. So it's dope.
I want to take a second real quick and say how much I hate that girls who was fucking people for money took over the word sponsor.
They did.
Like it didn't already mean a thing. So annoying.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I shit too.
Yes, I remember one time I had I was on a panel and it was for like, you know, some social media people and it was also brands, and it was kind of all about like the relationship between the personalities and the brands and how to bridge that gap, and what do you like working with in terms of companies, what do you dislike. And one of the people I was on that panel with Shambu Dram, and there was also a representative there for like a bigger talent, all right, who was this person like handled that girl's brand deals or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so she kind of went into this whole thing. She's like, you know, we make sure for my client that like, you know, she really, you know, cares about the product, and like if she's using the product for this amount of time, we really make sure it's something she can like commit to, and it's something we value. And I was like, and I let her go, and I was like, you guys, I will plug anything y'all want. If you guys
flat tummy teen.
Yeah, I'm like, if y'all are paying me, I will literally push damn near anything y'all want me to push, as long as it doesn't go against my morals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so everyone kind of laughed, but they knew I was serious. And afterwards, a dude came up to me and he was like, I think you're gonna get a lot of deals.
For real, man. I said, well, just fucking put it out there. But I used to really be on that shit too. Like, bro, if I wouldn't use this shit, I don't want to promote it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because for a minute, with the type of content we made, they would tell me shit like, I mean, there's like liquor companies, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't family friendly. And I'm like, I don't fucking drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do? And I never did that until it was like somebody who I felt was cooler. And I was just like, all right, for you, I'll do it. Fucking Nile. Yeah. He had some Bacardi.
The rum.
Oh, rum. Yeah, not Bacardi. It's a rum. And I was like, all right, let's fucking do it. But I was just very clear. I was like, y'all know I don't drink.
Yeah.
But you got this over
I
here.
mean, I think that's all. It's all about just kind of being genuine about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The one I refused to do was anything with dating sites and dating apps. Like a lot of dating people wanted me, because I never really posted my relationship.
Yeah.
So everybody just assumed I was single. I was like, that's just the one thing I could not do. Everything else I was okay with. And I used a lot of the products. The companies that were reaching out, it made sense. Liquor companies. Even I say the tummy tea because a lot of people made fun of it.
Right.
I used it. So many people threw shade at it because of body shaming, but I used it.
Yeah.
It served its purpose. If you read the damn package, you knew you was gonna be shitting all day. That was the job of it anyways. But the one thing I just could not do, and the money makes you think about it, but that was my line. I was like, I can't do anything dating related, especially if I'm in a relationship. That to me was the ultimate like fraud. You a damn fraud if you are in a relationship, go on a dating show. Some of these people really be in full blown relationships going on dating shows.
Yeah, facts.
And that shit blows my mind. And I was like, there's my line.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. So okay. You know what? Okay, I'm fronting out here, guys. I'm pretending like I would push any product, but I'm not gonna lie. There have been times where there was something I couldn't do because I was like, I would feel like a sellout if I did this. And it was a game app company hit me up, and they wanted me to do a rap about their game, and I was like, that's kind of corny for me. Like I really kind of take my rap seriously. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I'm like, I tell you guys what. I'm more than down to do an R&B song about your game, right? So they were like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, but here's what I'm gonna do. And this is how I normally do when I'm working with companies. I'll throw out my craziest idea to them, and then I wait for them to tell me to bring it back, which is what they normally do, and we meet somewhere in the middle, right? So I wrote this fucking song that was, it weaved in like words and shit from the game, but it was all about eating ass, basically. It was a romantic R&B 90s R&B song about eating ass, right? And I wrote them this shit. They're like, okay, maybe bring that back a little bit. I'm like, deal. So I'm telling you, I felt like I took out any crazy verbiage and I kept it all innuendo. At this point, it was all like, it could go either way type flirty lyrics, right? And they still wasn't fucking with it. And I'm like, I'm getting frustrated at this point, right? So finally I was like, all right, this bag is great. You guys just tell me what you would want me to say in this song, right? So they sent me their ideal lyrics. Wasn't funny. It was just basically talking about the game. But in my head, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it, right? And I was doing it, and I was like, I can't do Yes.
Yeah.
You felt it.
I just couldn't do it. I was like, I hate this. So I don't feel comfortable with this. If I do this, I will feel like a sellout for the first time. I wrote them an email. I was like, you know what, guys? No. Oh, thank you. Glory to God. Once again, I wrote an email to the middle person who got me the brand deal. I'm like, you know what, dog? I can't do this, man. Tell them I can't do this. And he was like, hold a second. I think they might be realizing that you might be too much and they might pull out of the deal. And he got me half of the money from the brand deal still just for my work that I put in already. So I was like, oh, thank God.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That worked out.
It did work out. And, you know, it luckily, hey, kids, read your contracts. You know,
Yeah.
make sure you get shit. Make sure you get contracts because, you know, it's easy to get dicked out of some money.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good talk, guys.
That was good. Everybody got that limit.
All right. Let's see. Okay, here's a question for the guys. And you can give us some input as well, Nikki Blades.
I'll listen.
Nicholas for now.
Yeah.
So,
How do I last longer in bed? My first time, I lasted 3 seconds on the penetration, but foreplay, BJ, etc., I lasted longer, which I feel like is pretty common.
Is this James Cage White?
It sounds like it. How to last longer in bed? First of all, I'll say this: everybody's first time, you bust super quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I did.
Not 3 seconds, but
Well, not 3 seconds. I think
definitely wasn't a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I got a good maybe 3 pumps in, and I was like, "All right, it's a wrap, bro." But it was more like, "Oh shit, yo!" So much goes through your mind the first time you actually bust with a woman, because it's like, you know, I wasn't wearing a condom, right? And then in my head, I'm like, oh my god, it's my first time. Oh my god, do I tell her I'm about to come? Do I come on her like in porn? Should I bust in my hand? What does she want? Oh my god, am I pulling out too fast? Like, where am I gonna go if I pull out? Should I do it on her sheets? Oh my god, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then for me, I definitely like pulled out, and afterwards I was like, I think I might have got a little bit in you. And then it was a whole thing too. Had to get the morning after pill, all that shit. It was a whole mess, right?
Yeah. Condoms.
Condoms, yeah. You know what? First time, I feel like you should definitely go for the condoms because, you know, bro, you don't know when you're going to bust, and it's probably going to be quick. As far as me figuring out how to last longer, that really came with just practice, right? The more you do it, the better you get at it. And I remember, this is fucked up. I've told this story too, but let's just keep telling old stories. Mind you, when I lost my virginity, I only had sex with that girl one time because we weren't like together or anything like that, and it just kind of something that happened. And then the second time I had sex was with a different girl, and she was kind of like, she thought she was gonna get like some great sex, you know what I'm saying? And then, but I wasn't ready at all. Like, we were just fucking making out, and she was like, "You ready?" And I was like, "For what?" You know what I'm saying? And then so like she maneuvered me in there, and in my head I'm like, "Oh shit, it's going down." I'm like, all right, here we go. And then I was in the middle of it, and I was like, hold on. And she's like, she's thinking there's a problem. She's like, what? I'm like, I came, and immediately, and I've told the story, but she was, you know, I'm like, that's it. She was like, what? That's it? Are you serious? That was like 5 seconds. I'm like, oh god,
damn.
It hurts, man.
Aww. It's a lot of pressure you guys are under.
It is.
It is.
You guys are under a lot of pressure.
But you know what? I'm starting to realize we bring it on ourselves. So I got some tips for you, bro. If you know it's going to happen, try to whack off before.
Yeah.
Just get that first one out. Try to control your thoughts. What happens is we get so excited for it and we're thinking about it this whole time. We're already kind of internally jacking off.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. And it sounds silly, but that's a thing. It happens. It's going down there. So try not to get too excited and think about that shit too much so that when it's time, you didn't waste a bunch of that energy. Relax your butt. When you're thrusting, all knees and quads, no hamstrings, don't squeeze. It's gonna feel too good. This is about trying to give her the pleasure first so she doesn't do what that girl did to him.
And traumatize you for life.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Now, when you're not squeezing your cakes, it's not going to feel as good. Fair. That's a warning for you. But it's going to make you last a little bit longer.
What do you think about when you're trying? Because every guy I talk to thinks about something differently to keep from busting too quick.
Okay, so I was just about to bring that up. That doesn't really work for me.
Really?
Like forcing thoughts outside, that will take me completely out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which does work, but if she's paying attention and you're
Right, then you going, excuse me, what are you doing? What are you looking at over there?
Exactly.
Well, here's whenever I'm in that situation and I'm trying to think of some different shit because I don't want to bust. Well, luckily for me, I save the hitting it from the back for last because that's what will make me bust, right? Like, because it's just the best. And so when you're back there, she doesn't see your face. You could be everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you could be looking at the fucking the TV, the posters on the wall. One thing that used to always work for me, it's just so fucking Asian too, is I try to see how high I can multiply. So I'm in there like, all right, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16.
I could only imagine being in that moment and hearing 2 times 2 is 4.
No, I have an internal monologue. I'm good.
No, but imagine that. Imagine the person that does
That
it.
did it.
Yeah.
Imagine people thinking.
Don't bust. Don't bust.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Or
What's going on?
even worse, now, or like in my older years, I would freestyle in my head. So I'm in my head like, yo, I'm coming off the top. So I'm like just trying to rhyme and shit, you know?
Coming off the top, trying not to come from the top.
Oh.
And then a technique that we know as the ladies, we know that you guys are doing to last longer also is the switching it up, like going from doing it to not doing it, to get back to a little foreplay, switch positions. You can also adjust and do things like that too if you don't want to stay in it, because some people just can't get out. If you can't be in there and you know it's going to happen, get out. Because also what that does too for us is it builds this anticipation.
Right.
And a lot of times I think people forget about that as well. Like there's a flow, you get a rhythm, and depending on who you're with too. Because sometimes quick is good. Sometimes we don't want, some of y'all be just too damn long. Just like, stop, this isn't fun anymore, because it does hurt after a while. And
especially after you've already busted once.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Get off of me. And then it's just, so it's good to want to last, and especially learning your partner. That's the best part.
Right.
And then being okay with, and it's confidence too, right? Because there's times where you've been with somebody that's, they know what they're doing. And then you're just like, oh shit, they switch it up on you.
You know what it is? It's confidence and comfort, right?
Yes.
Yes, the times where I was really perfecting my stroke and lasting a long time is when I was in relationships, because you're comfortable with that person. You're not fucking stressed about anything else.
Yeah.
And there's no pressure because you know you can just fuck tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it ain't new no more.
Right.
There was no build up.
Is that all the same old pussy?
Yeah. And look, ladies, we know not all of them can go back to back. So stop fucking pressing them sometimes. I have been told, if you don't get the fuck off of me, this is not gonna work out. And I know I've been really like, it was good and I want more. I'm like, okay. And then the guy's like, yo, please give me 5. Ladies, we have to be understanding as well. Let's do it again. That's me. I'm like, hey, wake up. You want some water? I'm over here like, you ready? Hello, excuse me. Wake. I'm like, doo-doo.
Oh, but you know what? Another thing you said about if you feel like, you know, just to just kind of switch it up to get out and do some foreplay and then go back in, you definitely got to make sure she's not about to bust when you do that.
Oh,
Or
yes.
else they get pissed.
If okay, guys, if she says right there, don't stop.
Yeah.
Don't stop anything you're doing. It's same. I know it may seem like you want to be doing extra shit because you saw it in porn. No, babies, stop. It is right there. She is there. Do not stop what you're doing. I don't care. You better start focusing on the goal until she gets there, because there is nothing worse than you thinking that you're doing something. And if I say right there and you switch, it's literally, you just move a little bit and it's gone.
Y'all get so mad.
Because it's tough to get to that point.
Yeah.
And then when you're there, just stay. It sounds annoying and it may not be what you want to do.
It definitely can be annoying.
It's
Because a lot of
annoying.
times y'all get there right when we are ready to get away.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Then it's like you really got a fucking Jedi mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's really when the mental comes in. But the thought should not necessarily be don't bust. Focus on her.
Yes.
That's what worked for me a lot, is when I would take the focus off of my pleasure, because even though, like I said, you're not clenching, it doesn't feel as good, it still feels fucking great. You know what I'm saying? So just focus on her first. Ladies, though, start being more vocal when you finish, because girls be sneaky. They be trying to quietly so you can keep going and shit. Like, tell me so I can do what I got to do.
And it's crazy how many ladies have never came. Like, there are so many women that have never came.
Including by themselves.
Yeah.
They never want to take credit for that.
And y'all need to stop lying. Seriously, stop lying to your partner. Stop lying to yourself. If you haven't came, don't tell them you did, because now you're unhappy and you're building that up yourself, and it's only your fault, right? Because if you think that you're doing this and all this other stuff, and in her head she's like, this is not working out, and you're gonna keep letting him do the same thing over and over, you got to communicate. But comfort.
Girls who go.
Oh no,
go finish yours.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh wait.
But comfort and confidence in the bedroom does get built over time, and especially if it is with one person, and it's nice to be able to experiment. And if you do have that comfort with your partner, you both will start having better sex because you are communicating.
Yeah, one such a dope experience I had with a random hookup who was like somebody. It wasn't like a one night stand. It was someone I kind of knew, and then we randomly hooked up. And the first time was trash from my part. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like we've said, you know, the penis is pretty complicated sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes mentally you might be so into a girl, or think she's so hot that you can't get up. You can't get hard because it's like you're so much anticipation and so much pressure of I want to do well that like your penis is like, you know, I'm cool, dog. Like in fucking Infinity War when the Hulk just wouldn't come out when Bruce Banner really needed him to. That's what happens, right? And so I just could not get it up. And then when I finally did, I busted mad quick, and I was like, fuck. And she was like, man, you know the first time is never good. I was like, thank you for being grown, and thank you for saying that. So it's like, that's one of the benefits of like the relationship and the comfort and the consistent partner, you know? I was gonna say, you know, when we were talking about thinking of different shit during the stroke, we have our boy Super Ego. He used to tell me that one thing that would help him not bust, he would think of his like one of his like relatives like veiny legs.
Oh, that doesn't just make you.
I know.
Wouldn't that just stop everything?
And to what Rick said, look, I also have had experiences where I'm so in the mind state of let me not bust, so I'm gonna think of something else that I went too far, and now I'm so disconnected that oh shit, I'm soft now.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's nothing worse than going, was that me? Or was that you know what I mean? Was that me? Are we good? And then that creates like a whole nother level of insecurities that you don't want to deal with. So if you could avoid that, because let me tell you, the moment it goes soft, she's instantly going, what did I do wrong?
I know. She's ready to cover everything up.
Yeah. And it sucks because sometimes y'all did do something wrong.
Sometimes.
Like you did something wrong. It's not something wrong with you. You did something wrong.
And then now y'all in your head.
That's one of those things, like the same way girls will lie and say they finished when they didn't. Men don't know how to say, well, you did X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Like, how do you get to that point? That's just crazy. But do we have other questions?
It don't matter.
Okay. So I have a question, something you brought up. Do women get to be mad when they don't finish if they've never finished? I mean, by themselves at all?
No, because she don't know what she's mad about.
Okay. Why the fuck do they do that?
I've seen,
I know girls who complain about guys never getting them out, yada, yada, yada. And then the conversation goes on and they've never done it themselves. It's like, so how the fuck are you mad at him? Maybe your thing just don't work.
I'm thinking about it. I've never met a woman, well, at least in my circle while talking about sex, that has never came. So I don't even know what that experience is for women that have not experienced that. So I don't know. I don't think that you have the right to complain about whatever you want, but in all reality, that's your fault. for women in order to come,
or your problem.
It's yours. It's yours to deal with first before blaming anybody else. If you've never came on your own, then what are you mad about? You don't know what you're missing out on.
Right.
So are you just angry because everybody else is upset? Maybe it's kind of the equivalent of like, oh yeah, I fucked hella bitches, but you're lying. And is she lying?
You know what it is?
You know, kind of like, is that?
It's a lot of different stigmas come into play at once.
Yeah,
because I
it
feel like
feels-
society will tell men that all the pressure is on them.
Yeah, it's your job
to make everybody happy in the bedroom, and also it tells women that, you know, well, early on, well, I don't know how it is now, but like it's gross for them to like masturbate, or they can't be sexual people.
And a lot of the things, I mean, that's it right there. So women are still exploring their sexuality and being able to discuss it. A lot of the times men just know, like it's very obvious when a man comes. When a woman comes, everybody is different. It's very different. There's so many different ways to have an orgasm. So imagine feeling all these things and not knowing how to identify it, let alone finding anybody to talk to about it. And then when you're with someone, you feel as though you have to stroke their ego as well, because just like the pressure is for men to perform, it's for the women to not disappoint their man. Because if I don't make him feel good in the bedroom, he's going to leave me.
Yeah.
And as we continue to have the conversations, more women are now saying like, yeah, they talk about some of their early experiences on the first time that they ever had an orgasm. And when you talk to a woman that hasn't, you can kind of look at a pattern. A lot of it mainly involves the judgment side. And in order for a woman to come, you have to be free in your mind. You must let go of whatever you're thinking about. That's why they say women, it's a mental thing. And so imagine if a woman is feeling insecure. How is she going to be able to release to come? So
that's 100% facts. I'm sorry, finish your thought.
No.
Okay.
So I was going to say, that's probably why they're feeling insecure too. So imagine sitting next to a girl that's like, yeah, I squirted all over my man, and talking about all these crazy things. And, oh yeah, I do this, and this, and this. And that woman is confident in herself. And then the woman next to her is like, I've never came. So now it's almost like the shame is over her.
Yes.
Even though it's not being placed on her, you internalize that like, damn, is there something wrong with me?
No, 100% when I was younger and beginning to canoodle with different ladies. So I, like I've said this before, like I really, I've been told I'm good at going down. I'm a cunning linguist, you know what I'm saying?
Good for you.
And, but with my experience with different women, the ones that were like, oh no, guys like never made me come from that, or I don't like it, were the ones that are like, oh, I don't even like the way I don't like the way I look down there, or I don't even like a guy down there.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, like if you can't get comfortable just letting somebody go down there, how are you gonna fully enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? And those tended to be like when we were younger, the girls who are really like kind of just insecure about how their like vaginas looked, or their vulvas looked. But when you deal with older women who are like, yeah, man, come on now, like, I'm trying to get this nut. And they're chilling. They're like, bruh, get your ass down there.
Yeah.
They will always like enjoy themselves.
And some partners are better, like women do get in relationships with people that they may be compatible in other aspects of it, but sexually there's something off, right? And if you don't communicate that, you don't know. And there's times where when a lot of people talk about maybe that one random hookup or that one dude that just like, everybody has that one that when you're thinking about it, you're like, we would never be in a relationship, but I would do him every day. There's something about those people. So if you've hooked up with somebody and that person made you feel a type of way and you were free and you didn't care and you're like just wild and loved yourself and loved the experience, like remember those things about it. Why was it so great? A lot of it is because there's no judgment. When you talk about the hookup or the one night stand or that one dude that you're like, I know this is all we're doing. I don't care what you think about me.
Yeah.
The sex is great. But if you keep that mindset in a relationship, you said it, I might be thinking about stuff. And now I'm mad at you about not taking out the fucking trash, right? And that's the type of things that could be going on in your head because it's not the same experience for us as it is for you guys. You guys are completely overwhelmed by the feeling. Like it's really euphoric for you guys for the most part. But sometimes ladies, they like guys be in there and you're literally not getting the same. It's two different pages you guys are on. So if you haven't came, learn your body, be comfortable with it, know that you're sexy and you're beautiful and figure out what works for you. Yo, some people like insertion. Some people like outer. Some people want to be grabbed or smacked or choked or jiggled. So whatever does it for you, find someone you're comfortable with too. That and explore. Yeah. Like be okay with finding somebody that you can open up with that way. It's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's very, very vulnerable. But when you find somebody that you can learn some things with, you gonna remember that.
Yeah, man. You gotta be open-minded to that shit, man. Not just in the bedroom, but in life. But people keep themselves from experiencing so much good shit just because they're afraid to try new things, you know? And it's so silly.
It's so stupid. One point I really want to make, though, as much as sex is about a partner and another person and all that shit, you have to stop judging you first. A lot of that judgment Nikki's speaking about, it's coming from within. Like, we can say society, society ain't in the bedroom. Society ain't about to come knock on your door and say you just fucked. They don't know. You're judging you. And the more you blame society or what you think he might think or she might think, you're never going to get it right. And then you have those instances where you do that one time and you cling to that person because you think that person made it possible, but it was you. You let go for a minute and it worked. Just keep letting go.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop holding on to that one person.
And look, to my religious people out there that was feeling that song in the beginning, look,
y'all be fucking.
That's how you got here.
Look, we're all horny, man. And God's, look, I feel like God's not tripping like that.
I don't think so either.
Like, look, I always just kind of feel like, man, I went to Christian school for a big part of my life. You know, like God was and still is a part of my life, and I'm a horny dude. You feel me? And I did a lot of horny things out of wedlock before marriage. You feel me? And I'm pretty blessed. Yeah. So I feel like in the grand scope of things, I always feel like, man, God's not dumb.
Somebody was like, God got a virgin pregnant. And he ain't married her.
Oh, damn.
Yo, I'm not going to touch that one.
You just be like, but yes, man. Just like.
Look, I think sex is a blessing. Sex is a blessing, and
self-exploration too.
You know, when I took my human sexuality class, my women's studies class specifically, and I remember this, and I've told this story, but and they put us into groups. It was a whole week dedicated to masturbation, and they put us all in groups to discuss our first masturbation experience, because the emphasis was, you know, society kind of makes, you know, women feel like dirty about touching themselves, exploring themselves, and we kind of went around discussing, and it was a couple girls who were like, no, I've never masturbated, or I didn't masturbate until my boyfriend showed me how, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like they were raised to feel like, oh, that's gross. Masturbating is only something guys do. But the fact is, like, really, how are you gonna tell a man how to please you if you don't know how to please you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Is it society or is it parents?
Parents, religion, I think all that kind of
a combination. Because think about some of the things that we use on a daily basis. Some things were invented to stop you from masturbating, and a lot of the narrative, I mean, that's why graham crackers, the internet is crazy. You can look up all this stuff, but a lot of it is the combination of the two. My parents were very open, very, very open, but my dad straight up said, like, what's my rule on sex? Don't have it. But but I knew what was up at a very young age. Wasn't ashamed of my body, which is probably a big part of my sexuality and why I feel so comfortable in my skin, especially in the bedroom, because I've always been that way. But it's a combination, because my dad always made it clear, like, you can go and have sex with whoever you want. You could do whatever you want, but understand it's a double standard for you.
Oh, right.
He's like, I can go fuck everybody. I'm the man. You fuck everybody, you're a hoe. And that's not me telling you that. That's society telling you that. So if you get the combination, it's a little bit of both. I would say your parenting style, some parents really shame their kids. Like, it's just a lot of shame. And then religion, just imagine stacking all of that, then going outside and being told, if you dress this way, you're this. If you do this, then you're that. If you're having sex and you like somebody choking you, that means that it's this.
Well, you're not allowed to shame anybody for nothing nowadays. That's why we go in a hell in a handbasket. What? Shout out to God one more time. Shout out to the devil too. He out here, man. He's the devil is at work every day.
Not co-sign that last shot.
I'm not saying big up. I'm just saying he's out here, man.
I'm just saying I see you, Playboy.
You stay on that side. I'm staying over here.
Stay over there. I see you. Just relax. Relax a little bit.
You doing your thing. I look around. You doing your thing.
You're doing your thing a little too much. You know,
to slow down a little bit. Last year was rough, yo.
And plus, he's above me, man. I'm married.
Leave me alone.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of the No Chaser podcast. You got a closing statement? I look like you want to say something.
No.
All right,
sure?
y'all.
I was trying not to sneeze.
Oh, for sure.
Bless you.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We love you. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.